Hey, this is your boy here. This is your fam. I like to call y'all my G fam. You're watching Living Single with Dr. G podcast. This is a platform of what we like to call talk therapy, where we interview different guests. Some of them are married, some of them are not married, some of them are divorced, some of them are separated, thinking about a divorce. Some of them are single and satisfied, single and searching, single and praying, and single and waiting. Listen, we interview everybody with the same questions, but everybody's response is different. Why? Because everybody's experience is different. So you're going to get some tips and some tools. You're going to get some nuggets from their experience, from them being transparent and just sharing their perspective on these different topics, these different questions. Listen, this is a safe place. This is a no judgment zone. We don't come to debate. We come to conversate. But my best friend would say that's not a word. But nevertheless, it rhymes. Listen, Inspire is in the back, behind the scenes, taking care of things. And we got a special guest tonight. And I would like for him to introduce himself, this king to introduce himself. Tell us how old you are, your name, how old you are, and your relationship status.
Okay. What's up, everybody? My name is Jawan. I am a singer-songwriter. I'm 28 years old, and I am single and waiting because, I like to focus on my music and what I got going on because I got a lot going on.
Yeah. A lot going on. Actually, I had the opportunity of meeting you at Jerome's book signing at Apex Museum. And that was an experience I won't forget. It was actually a power pack night because I didn't expect. Just the book signing in itself was just awesome. Doors opening doors. I believe is the title of his book. And then, of course, had you to come up. And even when the music shifted, it was like you saw the artistry and you come out like, I got this. I know what's next. Okay, that what I wanted didn't come up, but that came up. And I became so impressed. I'm like, this is an artist here, and that impressed me. Sometimes people think they're impressed when people see their quote unquote perfection, right? That things worked all smooth. What impresses people a lot of time is how you handle adversity, right? Or a challenge, comes up. How do you deal with that and say, okay, I like that, and so that impressed me about you then. And then when you got on the mic, you turned it out. And everybody was... What type of music do you sing?
Well, I sing R&B. That's where I'm starting off. But, I have pop. I like to dabble in a little bit of rock and roll. I play the guitar as well. I also do a little rap, a little hip hop. So I'm just very versatile, I love music, and however I get that sound out, whatever the medium is, whatever I'm feeling, if it got the right vibe, I'm gonna go with it.
I like that, man. I like that. Awesome. And you are originally from South Carolina. I'm saying South Carolina. I'm from South Carolina. You're originally from Georgia.
Originally, my whole family, we from Louisiana, Baton Rouge, actually. But I moved up here when I was really little, maybe 5 years old. So I grew up right in Ellenwood, Southeast Atlanta.
Okay. So you know how to cook a little bit then. You from down there in the Louisiana area.
Yeah. A little something. I can dabble.
They say, no, yeah, you know how to cook. They say everybody from down there know how to cook. I had heard one person from down there say they don't know how to do something, and so that's good. I got you. Listen, so now y'all know a little bit about who's about to talk to you, a little bit about, what he think about these subjects. And we're going to dive right on into it. Our first question tonight, man, is, and we're talking to those who are single, but we're also just talking to everyone, helping them to build better relationship goals for themselves. And I've already heard a lot that there's some couples who've been blessed, by this so far. There are some singles who've been rethinking, some things. And so our hope is to renew some minds and transform some lives just by you all sharing. First question is, what would Red flags, red flags, red flags. So, what are red flags you would tell someone who's single to never ignore if they saw it in someone they want to pursue a relationship with? Red flags you would tell them never to ignore.
Well, some of my biggest red flags that I would say are like really detrimental towards a relationship is if you ever question their loyalty to you in the beginning, because like loyalty loyalty is a big thing for me because of my past, my relationship past is not the best. I've been cheated on and whatnot, so loyalty is a really big staple to me. So in the beginning, I like to see like how how loyal you are to me and what we have going on, and like are like if we discuss that we're exclusive, I need to know like what's going on. Like I need to feel that loyalty and understand like it without a shadow of a doubt type deal. Another red flag that I really cannot like 100 is you can't deal with a liar. Like I have to make sure that what you're telling me is completely genuine, because what I'm telling you is that. So just make sure we
Right.
reciprocate.
I like that. I like that. Don't come lying to me. Tell me the truth.
Nah, facts.
Now, can you handle the truth though? Are you one of those ones? Because a lot of times people would ask for the truth and people don't share the truth because they say, I don't think you can handle it. Are you, how are you with someone telling you their truth? How do you deal with that? And it's something that's heavy.
If it's something that heavy, then of course I'm gonna take the time to sit and process it. I'm gonna sit in time and think and see if that's something that I can agree with or I disagree with. And if I can or can't, I'll think if there's a compromise that can be made, and I'll bring it back to her like that. And if it's not, then maybe we're not the ones for each other.
That's good. That's good. That's good. And a lot of times I think people do lie because they're trying to make something fit. There's not a freedom to be honest and to be transparent because there's a fear that the other person may not want them anymore, right? And may go.
Right.
And like you say, it may not be a fit. If that's the reality, then we need to deal with that.
Exactly, because you don't want it to you don't want that problem to arise in the future, and then like you're even deeper vetted into each other, and then the split's going to be even harder. Like it's better to just nip it in the bud.
That's right. That's right. That's right. Nip it in the bud. I hadn't heard that in a minute. Man, I first heard that on Andy Griffith's show, and Barney used to say that. Andy, we need to nip it in the bud. Nip it. Where did you hear that at?
Probably my parents, to be honest. Like I love my parents. Like they not only did they raise me, but like they like my best friends. Like they support my music and everything I do. Like so, just picking up on their lingo and just I guess that's what it was.
Wow. Wow. That's good, man. That's good. I like that. I like that. I like that. Okay, moving on to our next question. A lot of people in today's culture say that relationships are hard. It's hard to date. It's hard, finding a mate. So, what do you think makes it hard for singles in today's culture?
Social media. Point blank period.
Ooh.
Social media. That one I stand on 10 toes down. Social media is such an issue because like diving into this, like I can go forever, but I'm gonna keep it short. I'm gonna keep it brief, but like
Just take your time.
The concept and the perception that people view, like what they're looking at, it really changes what they see and what they envision and what they desire from their relationship. And it applies different pressures. It might influence you in a way that you weren't thinking prior to. Like it's just so many issues with social media, whether it can stem from a loyalty aspect, from people being in DMs, or from aspect of how do you support your partner? Like, do y'all want to have a social media presence together? Or do you not? And what does that look like if you don't? And then it's like, can you agree with what it looks like if you don't? Because what if you're posting something that makes your partner feel uncomfortable? And are you willing to compromise what you want to post to make your partner feel comfortable. And it's just a lot. Social media.
Wow. Wow. You are so right, man. Because when you are in a relationship, it's like now you got someone else to consider with whatever you post. All before you could just post from a free place,
Right.
you know, it's not impacting anyone else. It's not reflecting anyone else. But now everything you post is reflecting who's connected to you.
Exactly. And then you have to
And
debate whether or not you want that responsibility, you know?
Yeah. I always post this. This is what I post. What you talking about? You know? Right. Yeah.
Don't let you say you feel uncomfortable about it.
Yeah, no. Yeah, man, that can create problems, because then the thing about it is that it's no more just you guys in the relationship. Everybody else and their comments, right? What they think about what you post are now, you know, is a part of your conversation, part of your head, part of your thoughts, because they're gonna share it.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's good. That's good right there. And so what would you say about that? What would you say is the solution to that?
I say a conversation is definitely like a good start. Like me personally, I haven't found a solution. I'm still working towards one myself, trying to figure it out. But I do say a conversation is definitely something needed in the beginning. Like, how do you guys view social media together? Like, what is that going to look like? So it's no, like, I guess, surprises when things happen. Because like y'all already know what's supposed to, you already know how everybody feel about, you already know how y'all both feel about the situation. So maybe.
Yeah. That's good. Everybody always talk about that conversation, you know, and I always try to reemphasize that conversation is not just talking, but it's understanding what the other person is saying, you know, and what they're feeling, you know, because somebody can say something and the other person don't even understand. They repeat it, they do it again. I thought we already talked about this, you know. No, you said that, but you know, if you don't understand and take into consideration what they're saying, conversation probably just ended up being like talking to that as well. I would agree with that. Have that conversation about how we're going to engage with social media, to what extent are we going to consult with each other. I know before we became together, we was free. We had liberty over what we post. Can we talk about if you post, before you post something that got to do with me, you know? And then I hear a lot of couples or people out in relationships always talk about those status. You ain't changed your status yet. It still say you single, you know? So it's a lot of stuff. That's good, man. That's good. Next question. How important are deal breakers in a relationship, and should they ever be compromised? And what are some of your deal breakers?
Okay, some of my deal breakers. Ooh.
Yeah.
So to start off with, I say.
Wait a minute. Let's take notes. Let's see. Let's get them the pad together. Okay, go ahead. What are his deal breakers, y'all? Go ahead.
Okay, so deal breakers, I feel like those are things that shouldn't be compromised, because you know inside, like internally, you know what you can and what you cannot take. So don't lie to yourself because you feel a way about the person or you want it to work so bad. Like, be real with yourself. If that's a deal breaker for you going into it, it's gonna be a deal breaker for you going through it. Like, it's not gonna change.
Going. Yes.
Like, a lot of people just can't admit that fact, and they want to stick around and try to make it work. And when you run into the problem that you knew you were gonna have a problem with, now you're looking like, dang, I can't do it. And like, you knew that. You knew it.
Yes.
And then now you want this person to change for you.
Wow. That's some good stuff right there. You knew it going into it, and you're going to be dealing with that same thing, going through it. And a lot of times things just magnify.
Exactly.
You know, you're going to deal with more, and then again, you're going to deal with it more frequent because now we're in a relationship. So what I saw every now and then, I'm dealing with a little bit more often now, more frequent.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that's good. That's good. That's good. So you're saying that, and the thing about deal breakers are to protect you. They
Right.
are to preserve you. You know, your emotions are you know, they're like boundaries, right? And
Mm-hmm.
so for you to break what you call a deal breaker, for you to go against that, then you're going against part of your protection, part of what you need for your happiness, to be happy and healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so you don't want to go against that. Okay. Now, I don't know how spiritual you are, how much in the word you are not, and you don't necessarily have to be to know about this particular subject. You've in the Bible, it says that a woman is a helpmate or helpmeet, right? And
Mm-hmm.
so and there was a time when a guy said he didn't know, he never heard that terminology. I never helpmate, never heard it. So what is the role of the feminine, the woman in the relationship with the man? What's that role? You got your mom and your dad, so, and you speak highly of them, so I guess you have seen it work for them.
Right.
um and I always tell people it's different for different people. um
Exactly.
what are your thoughts regarding a woman being a helpmate? How does that look, and do you see it in today's society?
Okay, so a woman being a helpmate, to me, what that looks like is supporting her king in whatever way that she can, because she feels secure that her king is going to take care and protect her. So it's like it's a revolving door. So she's only going to be the perfect helpmate if she feels secure in her king protecting her. But
Oh, oh gosh. Oh my gosh. Do you know what you just said in there? She's only gonna be if she feels this. Keep on going, man. Oh my gosh.
and like I feel like in today's society, it's a lot harder to accomplish that for a woman to be seen as a helpmate, because now it's like, and women are assuming roles in today's society that a lot of men have held in the past. And as time progresses, you see women are doing a lot more things for themselves. They've been a lot more, individuals. They don't need a man, or or whatever so have that they choose, however they choose to live their life. But so for them to be a helpmate, they can't see themselves succumbing to a man's wants, or a man just coming to her partner or whatever. So
Right.
it becomes very perplexing in today's society, for I feel like the decision to be made like that, if that's what you want to do and stick to it, then I mean that's definitely what should be done between the two of you. But like, it has to be understood, like, she feels secure in what you're doing, and how you're moving is for the betterment of y'all together. So now she feels secure in helping better y'all. It's like it go hand in hand. Like,
Right. Yeah. Partnership.
yeah, because
Yeah,
we on
yeah,
a
yeah.
like, we're teammates. We're on a team trying to be the best team there is out here. So like,
Right. Yeah. I love that. I
help
love that.
help me, help us.
Yes. 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 And to what you were saying, as the king makes it easier, the king can make it harder or easier for the
Yes,
queen. He
yes,
can make it easier or harder for her to fulfill her role and to even desire to fulfill it.
exactly.
Mm. Wow. That's good. That's good. I'm gonna come back to that one. Okay. So now we talked partly about it already. A man is known as provider and protector. What does that look like to you? And do you see it? Wait a minute. You forgot to tell me, do you see a woman being a helpmate in today's society? Do you see that?
I can see it. Yeah, I definitely can
You
see
do
it.
see it?
I've seen it. I see it right now. Like, so it's out there.
Okay. That's good. That's
Yeah.
good. Okay.
I know. I'm thanking God it's still out there.
Yeah. No, that's good. That's good. When you check out some of the other episodes, you'll hear that some of them, they say they see it with older couples. They don't see it with the younger generation, and so everybody has a different perspective. Everybody have a different view. And that's why I like talking to all of you and getting your view, your angle,
Okay.
your world. You see it in your world.
Mm-hmm.
Good. I like that. Okay, so we know that the man is known as the provider and protector.
Right.
What does that look like to you? And do you see it in today's society?
Well, just
Coach.
my upbringing personally, like I grew up watching my dad go to work and my mom work from home as she also cleaned up and kept the house tidy. And my dad came home, he was the breadwinner. So like that's what I saw. And whenever my mom got into some issues or something, my dad was always there, like making something shake to make sure she was straight. Like whether it come from like car breaking down or tires or just discrepancies with neighbors, just anything. Like he was there to protect her in it. So like that's what I saw. That's how I envision my love to be once, what I'm saying, I get to that. Because I want to make sure I provide and protect my woman from everything. Like she gotta be we locked in. Like she I'm not good unless she good. And whether or not I see that in today's society, I still I see it, and I'm definitely darn sure going to make sure I do it. So it's going to be in society if y'all don't see it yet, but I see it.
Wow. That's good. You see it. And the thing about it is that when these different perspectives allow people to get an exposure through other lenses. So someone else's view, someone else's vantage point can give them hope and say, no, it does exist. I've seen it. I see it, And so I like that light that you're able to shine upon it and to say, I see it. And if you don't see it, you're going to see it in me. I like that. Okay. Now, okay. How do you, without money being a part of it, and you hit on this a little bit, without money being a part of it, or anything physical, how do you see a man providing other than money, financial? What are some other ways you see and you would see yourself providing?
Emotional security, for one. You gotta provide that safe space for those conversations that need to be had. And that's like, I feel like that's so important, because if your partner don't feel safe coming to you about stuff that's bothering them, then it's just going to brew and it's just going to build and then it's going to explode. And that's not what you want. You want to be able to prevent that from happening. So let's talk it out in the beginning. So providing emotional security, that's one thing. That's one thing besides finances. Another thing that a man I feel like can provide for his woman that don't have to deal with finances is
But you hit it right there. I knew I threw that at you differently than the question, but you hit it right there. And that there is a Lisa Marie. I make reference to hers often. You get a chance to look at her, Lisa Marie Coleman. She makes mention that she's recently widowed. Her husband provided, right, and he protected with, like you said, your dad did with the car and everything. Make sure things are safe, but he didn't protect her heart. And so it was pretty much that he didn't provide the emotional, right, protection that she needed for her emotions, for her heart.
Yeah.
And so to be conscious of that I'm not just providing something financially, I'm providing this emotion. I'm providing for the emotional needs as well. That's big, man.
I mean, I only gained it through experience. Like, I didn't always know this. I promise you that.
Right.
As you live and you date people and you figure things out, so like you realize what it is that what I want, and what I want, I make sure that make sure I put that energy out there to make sure that my partner feels how I want to feel.
Right. Now you said you learned from experience. So was there a time that you did not receive this kind of emotional, or that you didn't give it was brought to your attention that it didn't exist, and so you've learned from that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Good. And that's the thing about relationships. That's the thing about experience. Is that it makes us better. Hopefully it makes us better, and that's the whole premise of this platform, is to allow people's experience. And everybody's been ready to, I got something to say, let me share, because they want to wake other people up, and hopefully you don't have to repeat some things I did, All right, moving on to our next question. What are some qualities that you would tell someone to make sure you see in a potential mate? Qualities that you need to make sure you look for, because in today's society, you hear, gotta have 6-figure income, gotta be this, gotta look like this, gotta that, and a lot of stuff seems to be superficial and materialistic, right? But what are some qualities? Yeah, what are some qualities you would tell people this is what you need to look for?
Well, first and foremost, you gotta find somebody that actually has a good character. They have a good character, and they have goals that sounds like something that agrees with you. Like if they out here spouting, they can't take nothing but a 6-figure guy, and they don't want nothing like, then that's clearly that's not for you. If that's not what you want, if that's not what you are, if that's not what you want to live up to be or whatever, So you just have to know that the qualities of their character, like who they are internally, like whether or not they have good
I thought you were about to say good hygiene.
I mean, that's one of my stipulations, but I can't say that for everybody.
Hey, that's a quality to look for, man.
For real, like how do you take care of yourself? Because you can't take care of yourself, how you gonna take care of me?
Yeah, right.
Make sure they also are make sure they have good integrity. Make sure they're trustworthy. Things that make sure they stand on the things that they say.
Right. Ooh. Oh, yes.
Gotta be.
Make sure. Make sure you see that already.
Yes.
You need to see that up front, and that's the thing about taking your. Say it again.
Like you shouldn't be questioning it already if you thinking about it. Why go into it questioning?
Oh gosh, yes. You got to check everything. Something is wrong. You checking phones and everything already. You got these big question marks, right?
Right.
Yeah. That is a quality that should be a must. That integrity, and then you don't have to worry about nobody lying to you, like you said earlier.
Right.
Yeah. Integrity is known is said to be that thing that people do even when no one is watching.
Exactly.
Right. And so if you find somebody, and I'm always watching people, right? Because if you're around me and you're doing this, and you telling me I'm doing so and so, don't see or whatever, I'm looking at you. I may not say nothing, and sometimes I will. I'm already looking at your character, because if you do them like that, you're gonna do me like that. And if I see you do your people like that, and you might be going to be in a relationship with me, and I'm observing how you are, hey, if you feel it needs to work, if you feel that works for you, you're gonna try it with me one day.
Exactly.
So that's good. Integrity is key, man. Integrity is key.
You gotta know.
That's good. Integrity is key. That was a good nugget there, man. And just helping people to understand the quality to look for. Because listen, this is the thing, man. Coming from you, 28 years old, hearing it from somebody who's 46, right? Somebody may say, yeah, of course they're gonna say that or whatever. But somebody who's 28, like how many relationships have you been in already at 28?
4.
4 relationships. Okay. So and 28 is not too young. Because you're 2 years away from being old man 30.
I know. It's creeping up on me.
It's coming up, old man 30. and so but in that time, right, you have gained, you learned something. And one of the things you learn in those 4 relationships is that integrity is a quality that is a must. And you're not going to settle for anything that don't look like you say, if I got question marks, if I got a question up front, that should be bright as light. I should see that. I should see that's the kind of character you have, or I can't deal with it.
Right.
All right. Moving on. We're doing good, man. Hey, you dropping it, man. I'm loving this. And we're going to be doing a 20s edition, and I want you to come back for that. But when we do the 20s edition, that's going to be in person.
Okay, cool.
And it's, all y'all going to be in person. There's going to be like a pizza and chicken party or whatever. But I just need everybody to be transparent, real, and just have that feedback going on, But that 20s edition is coming up. And I'm going to let you know about it. I want you to be in the house.
Hey, I'm there, man. Just let me know.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. Now, what does it mean for you when you hear to settle? Many people say, I will not settle. Or some people feel like, I settled in this relationship. What does that mean to you? And what does it look like?
Settling, what that means to me is that basically you wanted more than what it is you got. So like, you're basically going to be like, okay, I guess this is enough for me. And you're always going to be wanting more, but that's not going to happen because you settled. That's what settling looks like to me.
Wanting more. And does that go away? Does that thing you want go away? Or do you always want it and then you end up regretting?
Exactly.
Does it come
that's exactly what it's going to build regret. Because now you're always going to look at this person that you settled for like, dang, what if? Dang, what if I was like, why do that to yourself? Why do that to that person?
Ooh, yes. Not just yourself, but to that person.
Because they can never live up to it.
Oh,
and you knew that going into it.
Yes. And you decide, why do you think people settle? Why do you think people?
I think people settle out of fear.
Out of fear.
Whether or not they're afraid to lose the connection, the attachment, or the security, or whatever it is they get from that person, or they feel from that person. I feel like they fear losing out on that, or they fear just being, I guess, alone and single again. Maybe people have a problem with being single.
A lot of people do.
But I do believe it's fear.
Yeah. However that fear shows up, it goes back to fear. Yeah. I like that. Don't be scared, y'all.
Right? It's your heart. If you want that perfect love story, if you want your dreams to come true, you gotta risk it. You have to date. You have to try things out. You have to figure out what it is you want, and if the person you're talking to is going to give you that, and if not, you got to be able to come to terms and say, you know what, I'm gonna go find somebody else.
Yeah,
I'm not going to settle for this because I'm not going to be living happy.
Yes, and you cannot expect an outcome that you desire when you settle for something that you don't desire.
Exactly. Dang, say that again.
Yeah. That just sounds good. The first time I say that, you cannot expect. Let's see if I can do it. Do not expect an outcome that you desire when you settle for something that you don't desire. It's not gonna happen.
It's not.
They don't have the capacity, they don't. And you know what? And that doesn't make them a bad person.
It don't.
No, it don't.
Maybe that's just not the way that they love. And that's just not the way that you need to receive love.
Yeah.
So y'all don't have the right love language.
Oh, we talk about that all the time here. What? Yes. You got to understand. Let me tell you, those love languages are important.
Man, what? Yes.
And not just your love language, because all before when you were single, it was just about your love language.
Right.
But when you in a relationship or when you pursuing one, you now got to consider their love language, which might
go translate it. Yeah, all that.
which might be totally different from yours.
Exactly.
And one of our guests, previous guests in season 1, Dr. Marty, who was married 3 times, he's 70 years old, and he said he finally realized he's not marriage material. One of the things that he talked about was he had to, he's still learning this thing now about love language and reading the book now. But he and others have said they were asked to do something like, give me roses, give me something or whatever, but he was like, that ain't my love language. No, it's not your love language, it's their love language. Right. But then he was like, well, and other people have been like, yeah, but I don't do that, that ain't me. And that's when you know you are not ready for a relationship with that person.
Right.
You are not ready to rise up, not consider yourself, your love language, but just focus on what their love language is.
Exactly. Because if you take care of their love language and they want to take care of your love language, then y'all got perfect synchrony. Like, it's perfect.
Yeah.
But you gotta
listen, you got to want it, and you got to be willing to. You can't be selfish when you're in a relationship. Selfish, you need to remain single, right? But if you're living single and you're pursuing a relationship, hoping one day, or if you're in a relationship now and you're thinking about relationship goals, you got to consider the other person. You got to consider, am I willing to do this? Be real with yourself. You may not be a feely, touchy person, but they want you to feel in touch. You may be like, hey, we got to be this close all the time. Come on, give me some play. If that's you and they want to be up on you, they want to feel in touch, it's going to be a problem.
It's going to be a problem. A big problem.
Yeah, Houston, we got a problem.
Then the person that feels like they want to touch all the time might feel like, dang, you don't love me because you don't want to touch me. You don't want to cuddle me. You don't want to. And it's like, no, like, that's not what it is. It's just like, that's just not my love language. But then at the end of the day, if we're together, then I know I got to compromise and be like, okay, I can do better with my physical touch if that's your love language for you, baby, because I want this to work.
Yes. Yeah. Come on, 28-year-old, tell him. Yes. Yes, I am, baby, I would do this for you. I'm going to try it. Let's go to therapy or something. Let's get a coach, whatever we got to do. Let's read this book. Whatever. It's like, I'm going to show you sincerely, I'm going to make some effort to do what doesn't come normal to me or, what's not my custom, but it's my custom. What's not my custom happens to be your desire. So now I got to do something if I want to be with you.
Exactly.
Yeah. And yeah. Now I like, for me, my top one is quality time, right? But then I can see I receive love on all of them. But if I didn't get any of the others, if I didn't get the random acts, counters, whatever, if I didn't get the, the physical touch, some of the things, I'm looking for that quality time, and for some reason, yeah, that's me. What is yours?
The test I took the other day, because I literally took one like last week.
Good. I tell everybody take tests. Good.
Yeah, because I like to see how it changes as I get older. Because I wasn't always these two. Like, mine used to be words of affirmation. Like, that was my love language back when I was like, I want to say in college. I don't remember my exact age. But now, just I guess throughout growing and what I've learned, what I like and whatnot, it's become a like neck and neck between quality time and physical touch.
Yeah, that's me. Yeah.
I didn't even know I was such a big touch person, but
yeah,
now I am. I'm like, dang, like it could just be a simple hand on the shoulder.
Yeah. Oh, Yes.
That's
That's no
but people always associate the physical touch with like
with intercourse, whatever. Right. Yeah.
just
Nope.
just rub my ways.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm telling you, and even and we taking a picture, and then you just touch on pop on me or something. I'm talking about that walking past me and just touch me. That people don't understand. But if your quality language is physical touch,
Here's something to you.
Yes. If it's not, you're gonna get annoyed. Hey, you gotta touch me every time you leave. You gotta touch me every time you walk past me, and being a person of physical touch, I will do that because I like that, right? So I may do that and I may annoy somebody.
Right.
And I'm like, and I somebody had told me I did, they're like, you always touch it in the head and everything. I say it's just affection. I'm just like that. I'm a hugger, embracer,
Yeah.
and so that's good that you know that about yourself and you're able to share that right up front with somebody.
Heck no. Cause like
Say it again.
I said, I'm not ashamed to like be my lovingly self up front because like I've done it the other way. Like tried to hide how I love type deal because I was afraid how they were going to take it. But like you can't hide it because they're gonna see it regardless. It's gonna come out.
Oh, it's coming out. It's coming out. Yeah.
You might as well put it all out in the air in the beginning and be like, hey, this is me.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. What you can be certain of is what you love and what you don't love is gonna come out.
Right.
Yeah. So go ahead and be honest, be upfront about it. You can't fake that too long, And I've heard somewhere before that people say, I don't like to tell people what I like because then they'll do that and I don't even know if they're being real. And I understand one side of that, but the other side of that is I don't know you. I'm trying to get to know you. You playing games if you want to see if this is not, to see if this flips over on Family Feud. You know what I'm saying? This is really fill in the blank.
Trying this and trying that, trying this don't work. Trying this.
Yeah. I want to meet your needs. You don't go to Subway and say, just see what you feel. You don't do that. I wanted to see what you put on my pizza. Well, so why you gonna do that to me? Why you gonna do that? Oh my gosh. Yeah. Just surprised me. Yeah. Right. Yeah. No. This is what I like. Don't worry. Give away from all them games and stuff, and just now you are communicating like mature people.
Right.
This is what I'm gonna be first to tell you. Hey, don't put no pork or no beef on my pizza. Okay, so I'm letting you know that because we're gonna have a problem when we get to the end, and I said beef and pork, and then if I said that and I still see beef and pork, okay, you wasn't listening. I told you, you just did that or whatever, or it may come with that. I said, well, minus that, and so that communication of saying this is what I need, this is what I like, that's important. Yes. This is my love language, Yeah, that's important. Now, have you had a problem with people meeting your love language, or have you had a problem meeting theirs?
I would say, just throughout it all, I would say it's been a balance of both.
A little bit of both.
Yeah. So like before, I had a problem with like words of affirmation. Like I wasn't always the type to say "baby" or "I love you" or I miss you so much. You know what I'm saying? Like that, I just didn't feel the need to say it all the time. And some people, they want to hear it. Like they want that reassurance constantly. And that's nothing against them. I just wasn't comfortable with it. And I failed to meet her expectation with that. So, she felt like I wasn't there for her. So like, and
so did that make it? No, go ahead.
I was about to share about the times my love language.
Well, okay, before you do that, did that cause that relationship to go south, or were you able to rectify it?
That was her number one, so that it became a whole lot of tension.
So then you became a zero.
Yeah. Because
Gotcha.
like after she kept telling me like you don't love me, you don't love me. Like I guess after she kept hearing herself say that, like the more you put that energy out, I mean,
Come on,
yeah.
talk about that energy. And now, if she could just see you now,
I know.
if she could see you now, oh my God. It was like, sing to me. Okay, wait. Yeah. No, I'm telling you, y'all gotta see. I hope you sing a little something before we get off with, but you don't have to. But y'all need to see him when he sing, when he's in his element.
Hey, I need to come out on Sunday. Actually, I got a show at Backstage. If you in Atlanta, come to Backstage Atlanta Sunday. I will be there.
Backstage Atlanta. And where do you have a regular spot that you show up?
I don't have a regular spot, but I will say I'm frequenting Backstage. Like this is going on. I want to say my 5th or 6th time performing here. So
Okay. Backstage, and where's Backstage?
You said where is it?
That's Riverdale.
Yeah. College Park area, I believe.
Okay. We don't have to wear no bulletproof vest or nothing, right?
Oh no. It's real good vibes in there. Like I will say that about that because like me, I like to be safe. Like I'm a singer. I don't come from all that hood stuff. I want to be real. Like I'm coming here to sing and look good and like just have a good time. Like oh no smoke.
I come to sing, not fight, baby. No. Yeah. Hey, yeah, you got work with it. You got a manager take care of that anyway. You'll get some security and all kinds of Secret Service and everything, you know. It's gonna do what you gotta do. Yeah. But no, yeah, people over there, that's a real thing. That's a real thing. Okay, so and we definitely want to we're gonna make sure that you're at the end that you share where people can follow you on IG so they can stay abreast to how to come and see you in your element and sing words of affirmation.
Yes.
Yeah. No, you see what he did? You see what he said? Yes. Okay, we're gonna move on. Listen, but I love that you have that you know your that you're taking a test and that you understand your love languages, right? And I'm just gonna assume that because of that previous relationship where it was her one and you didn't meet it, that there's a more consciousness now, right? About someone else's love language.
Yeah, I would say I move more intentionally now.
Ooh, I move more intentionally now. You gotta be intentional about what you want to accomplish, what you desire. I'll talk about that at the end anyway, but you gotta be intentional about it. That's good, man. I move more intentionally now. Okay, man. When you get 30, you're gonna be too out of stop. Okay. All right, moving on to our next one. Our next question. In today's society, we hear men say this often. I've had a lot of women to even say this, that there are a lot of unfair expectations placed on men in general. What unfair expectations have you seen or dealt with being placed on single men?
So I will answer that with a question to you. So marriage is supposed to be the bond between a male and a man and a woman, and that man is that provider and that protector, and the woman is then that helpmate, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So why in society, when you're single and you're dating, a man is required to assume the position of a married man being a provider and a protector when a woman has the liberty to decide if she wants to be the helpmeet to that man in these beginning stages? Answer that one.
Answer Rob, y'all. Oh my, you took your time with that one. Talk to me. Oh my gosh. I think you just you stepped on the toes of them city girls or something. I don't know. Okay. Wow. So you're not even married. You're not even married, but I'm expecting you to do what a husband would do. And you see that. You see that in today's society?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the time.
All the time. Wow.
From day one.
Wow.
You're like, hold on now. I don't even know if I'm interested yet. You just look good. Like, oh.
And see, it's expected of you, but now she got to decide whether I want to, because she probably got these extra options or whatever, or doing different. Yeah, but yeah. So let me say this too. I've seen that. I've seen it. I talked about this on a previous episode. I've seen it where being in a marriage where trying to be provider and protector, providing also knowledge, wisdom, and some kind of instructions. Excuse me, don't go over there because of this, or don't go down that road because simple. Don't go down that road over there because it's gonna mess up the alignment, tires gonna get flat or whatever. She's like, I want to go down here anyway. He already said it. He's he's providing that information, that knowledge, wisdom, and everything so that it can also protect her. She decides she wants to go down there anyway, and then turn around when she said, okay, it happened, tires, accident, whatever. He's the first one she called. And I heard a situation, I heard her say to me in a situation like this, and other people have said, okay, I mean, it's your job to come and get me out of this. But I told you not to go that way. But it's your job to come. And so why is the man being looked at as this is expected of you, whether I give you helpmate energy or not, whether I listen to you or not, whether I am working as a team with you or not, if I mess up or whether I'm in line, you're supposed to just come and rescue me. And so that's an issue to what you're saying right now. That's something that even when they're married, that same kind of expectation seems unfair when the man have put out everything to try to provide and protect, and you did something to counteract, right? And so, but it's still expected of him. So it happens in marriages, and sometimes beyond. I remember a marriage and I saw this woman, I believe she put her husband in his grave. She put a lot on him. She'll work her job for 6 months, whatever, and then she stopped because she felt like she could. I don't know if you've seen that on the show, Everybody Hates Chris.
Yeah.
I love that show. I love it. And he said, my husband got 2 jobs, and just the weight, right, that's on the man. Right. And so it's like, he's not Iron Man. And so what you're saying is that I'm saying it's not fair when you're married because you're not operating really as a full team and partnership. And you're saying, and you're expecting that, and we're not even married.
We're not even together yet. We just dating. We're just dating. And we haven't even discussed whether or not it's exclusive yet. And you want me to already be your Superman and your provider, your protector and everything. And you don't even know if you want to do that with me. You still testing the waters.
Wow. But you got to buy the meals. You got to get the hair done and stuff. You got to do this, whatever. I'm trying to see if you're the one.
All right. That's what it takes to see if I'm the one. And like in situations like that, that's when I exit stage left because that's not what I agree with.
Yeah. That's good. And that's when you begin to know yourself. We're going to get to that. When you're self-aware enough, when you value yourself enough, you know yourself enough to know, I don't care how beautiful you look and all that stuff like that. I can't deal with that. It's that character that I can't deal with.
Yes.
That way about you that yeah. That's good, man. That's real good. And hearing it from you is really good. That's the thing about it, is hearing it from you. Okay, moving on. What are turn-offs for guys and girls? What are turn-offs that they need to be aware that if you're single, living single, and some people in a relationship, they don't even realize it's a turn-off. But um, what are turn-offs that they need to be aware that would cause someone, a potential mate, to look the other way?
Well, you have to know your person, like, and to know what it is that turns them off per se. That I will say. So, like, personally, my turn-offs would be like, I like for my women to be classy in public. So, like, if you're doing something that is representing you in a not so positive way, then, like, that's going to turn me off, and I'm not going to want to be a part of that. Like, but that's me. That's part of my turnoffs. You know, everybody has different turnoffs, so you just have to know what it is that makes you feel that way about your partner or about the person you're talking to.
Okay, so you're trying to get to, this is not a partner yet. This is someone you just see, right? And when you see this, you see it's a turn off to you. I don't even want to try to get to know you. You know, you're
Oh,
single, you're single, you want to be in a relationship, but you don't realize what I'm seeing or what I'm hearing is a turn off. I ain't even trying to come to you now.
right. And that's when, like, turnoffs and red flags kind of can be interchangeable in a sense.
Okay.
Because if a red flag is something that you don't agree with a person, like something that's innately within them you don't like, then that's basically turning you off of them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that's one and the same almost.
Okay. But I like how you say when you do made up that you understand what turns them off, you know, and like I said, all of them are linked in one way or another. But to understand that we started here, but it can go south if these turnoffs keep turning me off, and
Right.
nothing is done about it.
Exactly. But you have
Yeah,
to be
right.
up and let your partner know, like, hey, this is turning me off. You can't be afraid to let them know.
Yeah. And that's not easy to do. That's not always easy to do.
Right.
You know, people don't want to hurt people's feelings, and like you said, you don't want to lose that bond or that person to go away or whatever. So people get to a place, and people get to a place they just let things pile up and then they explode.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay. I got you. All right, moving on to our last question. This has been good, man. This has been good. Okay, so self-awareness. I'm going to shift it a little bit. I've been shifting it a little bit the way I've been doing it lately, but we acknowledge that self-awareness, and you've talked about it already, even through love language and everything, is so important. And communicating what you are aware of about yourself, being transparent about the good about yourself that you want to continue to build upon, you know, and I need to be with someone who can do that. And then the parts about yourself that, hey, you know, I'm working on, you know, and being able to share your flaws with someone, being transparent enough, knowing what your triggers are. All these things are so important in being self-aware. Not only what your triggers are to what, you know, bring out a negative response or whatever, but what helps you, what's healthy for you, what makes you happy. Being so self-aware that you even know this devalues me, right? So in all of that, you're shifting it this way. What are two things about yourself that are wonderful, right? You when you look at yourself, you can say these are two wonderful things about me, because that's hard for some people. Some people can't tell you something good about themselves. And then this part is hard for some people, but then some people spit it off. What are two areas in your life that you're still working on?
Okay, I can tell you that. So,
Because see, this is like a conversation, like if this, and this is that tool, right? That I tell everybody, an exercise to do for yourself, and then do it with someone that you're in a potential relationship with, right? Let them tell you 2 wonderful things, and then 2 things they're working on. So, what are yours?
2 wonderful things about me, I would say, is the way that I show consideration. Like my sign is a Scorpio. Is that maybe that has something to do with it? I'm not really sure. But like the way that I think about my person, like even when I'm not with them, like is is borderline obsessive sometimes. But like, because
Wow.
I'm always thinking about them. So like, if I'm getting something for myself, I got to think about what would they want. Like even if it's something small like a juice or a drink or something. So how considerate I am. I feel like
Wow.
that's really key. And also just how I love. Like I'm a
Mm.
physical I'm a physical touch guy, but like it's way deeper than just, you know, just touching you, like just playing with your hair or giving you a massage or something. Like no, like we about to literally be like we're about to be together and I'm about to figure out what it is you need, what it is you want, what your body responds to, what your body doesn't respond to, like how the stress is affecting your feet, how the stress is affecting your back and your neck. Like I'm about to, like, I just want to make sure you good. So like the way that I love, I really take care of my person for real.
What? What? Y'all, hey, y'all calm down. Y'all calm down out there. Calm down. What? Yes, yes, yes. That sounds like a song. I just saw you singing just now, man.
What? I'm putting this song too.
God, I'm telling you. Yeah. No, you need to do that. You need to do that. Oh my gosh. I saw that though. And you say I'm into, I mean, what bothers this part of your body? What? Man, hey, you said that. Maybe you should have said those for last. I don't know. Now we gotta hear the other part. You working?
Bad parts.
We gotta hear what you're working on. I love this. I love it. Okay. So everybody calm down from that part right there. Okay. So now
here go the work that needs to be done. So I am still working on my communication, however, because due to like some things in my past, and I hate to bring my past into the things that I'm moving towards in the future, because you don't want to bring that with you. I don't want no baggage coming with me to nothing that I'm trying to make perfect, But like I do realize that some things, the way that my partner might respond to me, might trigger me in a way that'll make my biggest flaw in my communication. Like I tend to like shut down, not say anything, and not be as transparent with my thoughts. And I feel like maybe it's out of fear for how my person will take it. Or maybe it's just because I don't want to hurt their feelings sometimes. But I'm still working through that, because I understand you gotta be raw, you gotta be emotional, you gotta be real.
right. And before you go to the next one, this is where self-awareness and tools and therapy and everything come into place. What are you doing to work on? You said you're working on it. So what are you doing, and is it working for you?
Well, recently I just got a book. Me and my mentor were talking about it. It's called a shadow journal, and basically you go through it. Y'all should look into this, because it dives into your past traumas by asking you questions that won't make you think about it. And it's like an interactive book. Like you answer the questions in the book, and like you can really evaluate your life. I'm not all the way through it. I literally just started, but like it's shining light in areas that I didn't even know that I was even maybe like insecure in. So like
Right.
it's really shining a lot of light on that. So working on that with my mentor, and like just everyday experience, and like trying to be more proactive with the way that I communicate. And when I feel myself wanting to shut down, stop, stop, breathe, and then take action.
I like that. That's good, man. That's real good. That's real good. That's good for somebody to hear that right now. Right now, that's good, because we can know we have a problem and we need to work on something or concern or whatever it may be, and not know what to do about it. And then sometimes we could try different things, and these things are not working. You know, so that's good. That's really good. And you said it's called. I heard of it. It's called a shadow journal.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I've seen it on TikTok.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know where where my mentor got it from, but he was like, when actually he told me he saw it in a dream. He was like, I saw you had bought this book in my dream, and I was like, he asked me did I get it. I was like, what are you talking about? I never heard of that book. And he was like,
Right.
oh, you got to get it. You got to get it now.
Yeah. That's good. That's good. That's good. I mean, anything that you can do to all of us, anything that we can do, living single, in a relationship, being so self-aware and aware enough to build yourself up and make yourself happy and healthy. Not no one else. Make yourself happy and healthy, right? Doing those things, doing the work for yourself, you are now in a better position to link with someone else, right? Because it may not be perfection, but we can constantly see progression, right?
Yep. Yes.
Um, yeah.
Yes.
Okay, what's your next? What's your next thing?
Um.
I
So.
love your energy, man. I love your spirit. I love your energy, your vibe. Yeah, yeah. Throughout all of this.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
But not to sound cliche, because I feel like everybody say this, but trust issues. Like I do have trust issues, so that's something that I deal with. Like sometimes I tend to overthink, and I might second guess what my partner's saying she's doing, and I gotta get out of the habit of doing that because I gotta take her for what she say because she's been genuine to me up until this point. So why would it change now?
Why do you think you have trust issues?
Because my trust has been violated several times. Several times, yeah.
Do you care to share one of them times? You don't have to. I'm just asking.
Sure. I mean, I'm past it now. I walked
Okay.
in, bro. Like, I walked in on my girl on top of another guy.
Wow.
Yeah, we were staying together. Had a little dorm in college. Yeah,
Mhm.
I was getting off work, coming home. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm in college and working and playing ball, and like, it was just a lot.
Wow. So was there a conversation after that to help you understand why, or was that you didn't need to know?
Oh, it actually got crazy, bro. Um, so I don't I don't want to put her out there like that, but
Right.
nothing got physical, nothing got aggressive from that point. Because I mean, after I walked in, everything stopped. I just looked at bro. I said, "You gotta go." He
That was
left.
what?
Yeah, bro. Like I was proud of myself in that moment, boy. I swear to God, I was proud.
What? Oh my God.
I ain't gonna hold you. As a young buck too, I was like, "You gotta go." I just
Yeah. Did you know him? What was he on campus? Did you know him?
no, I've never seen the guy, so that's why it was just like you just gotta go, bro. He got
And
he got,
what?
he got that stuff so quick and ran out that he sprinted out the room. Cause back then, bro, I was 285. Like I was a defensive lineman at Mercer. You know what I'm saying? Like, yes, bro. Like I was a football player. Like
I don't even see you as a football player now. You just wow. Okay.
so like, bro ran out of there and she started crying. And I was just gathering my stuff. And like as I'm walking out, I was like, I'm done. Like I don't want nothing else to do with this. And I went and got in my truck, and I forgot something. Went back up to get it. I come back to get in my truck. She's in the truck, in the passenger seat, crying, talking about I don't want to lose this. I said I'm about to drive home. I don't know what you gonna do when I get there, but I'm going home. Like, and at this point, I'm going back to my parents' house. Type
Right.
deal.
Right.
So on the way home, so wow, she got crazy, bro. Like I ain't say her name, so I'm just gonna say it. She hopped out the truck, bro. Like she said, if I can't be with you, I don't even want to do this no more. I slowed down to like 15 miles per hour. She hopped out the truck. it's like it's like maybe like 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning type deal. Because all of this is going down, right? So not only did I pick her up, put her in the truck, go to Walgreens, get her some stuff to help clean her stuff up, because she scarred her whole butt up because all she had on was a big t-shirt. I got her some stuff to take care of herself and dropped her off at her mama crib before I went home at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Good guy. Good guy.
Man, she got me. She got me good.
Yeah. But that's because you're a good guy, man. That's admirable. That says a lot to you. So have you heard back from her since then? Have y'all been in communication, friendship? Y'all resolve anything?
No, not at all. I think maybe like 6 months after all of that went down, she tried to reach out because I think I had unblocked her on social media, but then she reached out, and I was like, nah, I really can't do this. Like, this is not something that I want to be a part of. Like, when I said I was done, I was done. Like, I meant that. And ever since then, I mean, I don't really know what she's doing now. I hope she's doing well.
Right. Oh, that's good. That's good. And so I'm just hearing, I could be wrong, that you unblocked her because you was now flexing a little bit. Maybe you need to see what you had.
Yeah, maybe I was in my bag a little bit, so I was like, "You gonna see this?"
Yeah.
And as I've gotten older, I realized I shouldn't be that petty. It's not about miss out or wish what they had. So I was immature, but
they always say that what sweet success is the best revenge.
Yeah.
But thank you for sharing that, first of all. And so many people go through stuff like that. When people see people, you don't know what went on in the behind the scenes of their life.
Right.
You just don't know. You don't know the end there. People come to family events and stuff together. They just had a fight, or they just, all kind of stuff. You don't know. And so, but to be able to hear from a guy's standpoint, this is how I felt. So what did that do for you mentally and emotionally?
Oh man. I felt like I wasn't enough. Like, honestly, like that hurt me, because not only did it hurt me like I guess my ego and my pride and whatnot, because like I'm a guy, like if you cheat on me for another guy, I at the time automatically equated to I wasn't satisfying my woman in bed. So I'm like, damn, something wrong with me. Like, what's wrong with me? Why did I made the reflection all on myself. I kept asking, like, why wasn't I enough? Why didn't I provide enough for her to where she wouldn't want to do that and stuff like that? So it just made me really question my manhood,
Yeah.
I was going through that for some time. Like, that was a lot of my college years.
Wow. What helped you to get over that? Somebody's dealing with that. What helped you to get past that?
It wasn't.
Or you still working through it, huh?
It wasn't the healthiest thing, and I will say that it's a habit that I had to like literally stop. But but ooh, this is gonna sound so bad. But women helped me through it, because they were easy to cry to.
Right.
And they wanted me to cry to them, and after that, it just once they saw the vulnerable side of me, whether or not I wanted them in that way, they became open to me. And then after I wouldn't be interested in them the way that they were interested in me, because I just released and they allowed me to, then it's like, then I'm the bad guy, because I ended up hurting a lot of girls like that.
Right.
I do regret that aspect of it.
Now I know the audience probably gonna wonder what you mean by this. Now, when you're talking about release with tears or release intimately?
All of the above.
All
it
the
started
above.
off with tears and conversation, but then
Right.
the tears turned into pillow talk
Right.
turned cuddling, intimacy. You know,
Yep. 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 And so did that actually, you saying that help you? Did that actually help you, or did it create another problem, or did it really help you?
I say it actually did give me it gave me a way to be, I guess, sure in myself that I could be enough, you know,
Yeah.
for someone.
And then you leave them now. Nah, I'm enough. Oh, I say I'm enough. Okay. I got it. I got it. Okay.
Which is what I'm about to say. It's so toxic because it's so bad, because it's like, now that I know I'm enough, I don't need this person. And it's like, bro, that's horrible, because you just use them. And it's like,
Yeah. But that's real, man. What you're saying is so real, and I appreciate it, because somebody else, some female, need to know that could be a situation, or a male, anybody. They just need to know, whichever side of the coin they're on with this, that it's a real thing, and it's not talked about, because you feel like, I can't, who do I say this to? I can't really share this, or it look bad on me, but this is this is my, my transparency, and in doing that, you're helping someone else know, because this is the thing about it. Someone else could learn to be a little patient, a little slow. If you know somebody is hurt, right? No, let's wait till you get past this, and then we'll go to another level, or whatever the case may be. But hearing you, and from a guy's standpoint, that's good. I actually thought you was about to say you went to, you went to some drugs or something. You never know what a person's device is, or whatever that they turn to. I'm just glad. Would you say that you're at a good place now?
I would say I'm in a way better place. Way better place.
A way better place.
Way better. Because, like, I know throughout all of that, I guess I learned in some kind of messed up kind of version the type of love that I want, and the type of love that I want to show the world. Because, growing up seeing it with my parents, like, every day, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's like, I saw, like, what love to the end looked like. Like, they still together. Like, they ain't going nowhere. So, like,
yeah.
So that aspect of it, like loyalty, like fighting to stay together, like I witnessed that my whole life. Like, the other stuff that I learned from women, from myself, from the relationships we had together,
wow,
like, all of that stuff, like, I can't wait to show my girl, like, all the different ways that I can love her now, because of how I communicate and the things I know now. Like, it's just,
But even here, you saying that again, all the different ways I can love you.
Yes, because that's what it's about. It's not about just, I'm not a lazy guy. I'm not a lazy lover. So, like, if your thing is, what's the love language that is about gifts?
Random acts of kindness.
Random acts of kindness or whatever. That's what it is. Baby, I'm gonna send you edible arrangements. I'm gonna pop up at the job, and I'm going to fit that into the way that I love, because that's what it's about. I'm trying to love you. That's what you need, and that's what I gotta do.
Right. And that's why it's important to go ahead and tell people what you like and what you need, so they can do those things. You can see if they will rise to that,
Right.
And don't be playing games. Say it again.
Or if they even want to, you know what I'm saying?
If you want to, right. Exactly. Yeah. Go ahead and let them know what you need, what you like, whatever. I like when guys do this. I like when girls do this. I like when people do this. Go ahead and say that, Yeah. Yeah, don't let me go through all the candy bars before you just let me know I just like M&Ms with nuts. Whatever. I don't Snickers, Kit Kat, everything. Payday. I could have saved some money.
Whole stove.
Whole stuff, all the Hershey's, everything. Just tell me you like M&Ms with. I just want you to figure it out. Figure out what? Yes. And so I'm those games got to stop, man. I'm like, that's a thing people talk about a lot. Just go ahead and you're saying that. You say, I want to show you all the ways I can love you. And the thing about it is that if you tell me and I do it, I'm cool with it and I want to. If you tell me and I don't do it, then that's a problem.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You have
All
to
the
yeah, what the red flags are, because you gonna already know, because you didn't already said it, and I didn't already agreed or disagreed with it.
yes. And 24-year-old Joshua came on here. He said, we talking about red flags. He said, but that he said, Dr. G, there's also green flags. He's talking about a green flag, a green light, green flag. And he said, those are the ones. I said, okay. He said, those are the ones where, like to what you're saying, if you tell me I'll do this, if they're doing this and they're doing this, then that means like, okay, good. I
That's a
like that.
green flag. Yeah.
Green flag. Yeah. Okay. We're talking now. Come on now.
Look at you
Yeah.
trying.
Yeah. You might get invited to Thanksgiving dinner. Everybody don't come out of the turkey table, man. Come on. Oh, that's what I'm talking about.
For real.
Yeah. Man, this is good. This has been good. You are absolutely awesome. You did not disappoint, man. You know, you did not disappoint, especially even more so just sharing. I love it when out of this you can share a little bit about yourself, your experience, because now people can, people take your advice or your tips, your tools, or whatever, so much differently when they feel you got some substance behind it.
Yeah.
Right? You got some experience. You ain't just saying something, something out of a book or whatever, but okay, and so you're coming from a place, an emotional place. You're coming from a hurt place. You're coming from a real place. You're coming from a place of, I'm not fully there yet, but I'm at a better place now. And do you find that singing helps? What does singing do for you?
Oh man, that's like therapy, bro. Like, because these conversations I'm having with you, I have these same conversations with my pen and my pad. Now, the only difference is I'm not getting feedback, and the feedback I do get comes when I'm performing it live, and then it's not like, constructive or nothing.
Right.
It's just like, people resonate, or they might give me a scream or a smile or something. But it's still like me.
Yeah, okay.
It's still me getting out my inner thoughts. Like I'm venting.
So last night I had the opportunity to go see Lionel Richie and Earth, Wind and Fire. I seen masters. I feel like I was in a master's class.
Of course.
I felt like the longevity. Here's longevity. They're like the professors of production.
Yeah.
They started right at 7:30. These guys, their vocals was on point the entire time.
I already know.
Their engagement with the audience. But Lionel had a moment, and even the other ones, they had a moment. You can see they were just so engrossed with all of these people who was on their every word, their every note. Yeah. And it was like they were doctors, and they were just prescribing the medicine that each individual person needs. Like I don't even say, I see over here, they're wiping eyes, they're crying over here. I see over here, just looking at me in a stare, like he said over there you're giggling and laughing and whatever you have to, he said, and so he was just going on, he was observing, he was telling what he observed and what the impact he saw that he was making. But we also saw what it did for him. He said he didn't see all of this years ago, decades ago. He didn't see that it would be all this. He sung a particular song. And so for me, I'm going to be talking about it for days, even with you, and when I see musicians, well, I'm in the film. I do film, theater. I write music, sing and everything, not on your level, whatever, but I like to write for other people to sing. And so the arts is so fascinating with me. I'm passionate about the arts. And people don't know our heart is in the art.
Yeah.
Our heart. You're getting our heart.
Yes.
And so, and tears last night, and there was moments, and he was talking about how song will take you someplace. He said, I know these songs gonna take you back somewhere, and you know, and it was just it was beautiful. It was beautiful. And so I need you to know that even when you're singing, it's not only therapeutic for you as it was for Lionel, I saw last night, guys, but for everybody else, it's not just looking at you, it's you're feeding them. You're like the chef, you're like the doctor, you're like the masseuse, you're like all of that.
Yeah.
So you need to know that, you know, and that's a song right there. I be your masseuse, chef, doctor, when I sing these notes, whatever.
Yes, all of that. What?
Yeah, I'm gonna work on some of that. But listen. Is there anything that you would like to say before we wrap it up, before we leave? Anything that you would like to say, nuggets that you would like to drop for people, you know, for those who are watching and those who are listening on Spotify?
Okay, yeah, for sure. If you're out here and you living single, just make sure the biggest thing that you try to do and try to make sure you never forget to do is be real with yourself. Look in the mirror with yourself. Know what it is you want, what you don't, because that's going to determine what it is you get. Yeah.
You're so right about that. I'm not going to go into nothing else with that. I see, that's going to provoke something. But yeah, you're so right about that. That's real good. That's real good. Now, once again, oh my gosh, that's good. Okay, so how can people reach you? How can they follow you?
Y'all can follow me everywhere at Jawan.official. That's JVWVN.official. All right. Also check out my music video, Body Moving, just released. That's my new single. Y'all check it out. It's lit. Me and my boy Dre P, you know, that's the feature. You know, we turned up on that thing. So y'all go check it out.
And when he say body moving, I'm not surprised, because his body be moving the whole time. I don't even know what the song is about, but body be moving his body moving the whole time. There's I'm not gonna call no name, but somebody over 60 years old said, "Oh, he's so sexy." I'm like, what? You saying that? And she said, well, he is when he sing like that, you know. And so so it's good that and I would just say this to you, that as you continue to evolve, as you continue to grow, greatness is coming your way. It's going to just flood your gates. Just remain humble with it. You know, remain, as I saw with Lionel last night, I saw someone who was connected with his audience, right? Not just wanting fans to make you great, but you connect with them in such a way that they feel great because of your impartation into their life. You know, some people don't want to take pictures no more, and they just get beside themselves, right? And definitely you should have standards and ways and all those things like that, but just always remember those who are helping you get where you're going, right? Because greatness is coming. You got everything. My BFF saw just your picture, right? And he said, and I told him I was going to be doing this interview. It was like, man, he looks like a superstar. And I said, I'm like, yeah, I see. He puts me in the mind of Usher and you know, just already. So I see what's on you, and I seen you perform, and even with this dialogue here, and the how, and you say you write songs as well. Okay. So not only a performer, some people just perform, but to be able to write as well, and so you be able to take all your experiences, man, you are phenomenal, and you have yet to see the greater that's coming on you. You know, I speak it, I declare it, I decree it, and that it's without delay. It's without delay.
Thank you, bro. Yeah. I can't be any more grateful, for real, bro. Thank you.
Yeah. I'm telling you, so I'm in your corner. I am a fan, so I'm a fan. Sometimes take but a moment. Yep, I'm a fan now. And it was not just because of the talent alone. It was, I saw everything, right? I saw everything before and after, and just so I appreciate that kind of character. So listen, we got to go. I don't even feel like going. I'm like new addition. It's so hard to say goodbye to yesterday to Javon, to Jawan. But listen, you said it earlier, so tell everybody the meaning behind your name, the way it's spelled, why it's spelled the way it is. 'Cause I know somebody wondering.
Okay, cool. My middle name is Jawan, y'all, but it's spelled Juwan. But because I sing and because I like to provide the perfect vibe when I'm on stage, I changed the vowels to V's, and we got Jawan. Come feel the vibe.
All right. Man, love you much blessings to you and your family, your peeps, your future, everything. I'm gonna be supporting, I'm gonna be showing up, popping up, and everything. I'll be hollering too. I'll be out there, do it, boy, yeah. That's me. Okay. Yeah. And so but to everybody who's watching, everyone who's listening, thank you so much. I appreciate your time. I appreciate you tuning in. Go back, look at some previous episodes, look at future ones. If you want to support us financially to help us with mics and cameras and all other kind of things that we be needing, definitely know that you can Zelle us or Cash App at 404-901-8591. That same number, you can text us and let us know that you would like to be a guest and you want to come and dive into these same questions, and just share some nuggets that you have to drop. Listen, if you are a business, black business, and you got a hat or a shirt or something you want me to wear to promote your business, let's do that. If you got something you want me to taste on air and it's been approved by the been approved, I would say, listen, it's good. Go support them. But I want to support all black businesses. And just God bless you all. Continue to tune in, subscribe, follow, share. And as we always say when we're leaving, be intentional about making and creating a better life for yourself. We out.
We out.
Okay, so without further ado, all right, it's time to feel the vibe, right? It's time to feel the vibe and hear the voice, okay? But listen, right quickly before that, I was supposed to be at a concert tonight, but Sean Mitchell, Donnie McKirkland, I was supposed to be there for that CD coming out, okay? Wasn't able to be there because Jay is here, right? I had to be here for him. So I'm sitting back. Y'all go ahead and sit back for a moment and just give it up and get ready to be. He done took us all over in the studio, back behind the scene. He done had us tearing up, all kind of stuff. He done laid it on thick, okay? And so right now, receive none other than the one himself, Jawan.
What's up, everybody? So the song I'm going to actually sing for you guys, I'm not going to do body moving because it's a nice song. It's party song, dance vibes, but we just talked about love. It's something that you can really feel. So I want y'all to really hear something that I really poured my heart into. Like I cried when I wrote this song. The title of it is called Missing You. It's unreleased yet, and I'm just going to sing a little selection from the first verse. All right? The love we had was real. I'm thinking about the way you made me feel. And girl, I know one thing that's true. I just wanna be next to you. The things you did were oh so special. And now we're done, I can't believe we're through. I'll do all it takes just to prove I'll do it all for you. Thank you.
What? What? The voice. Velvet voice. Okay, so can I make a request? Is there like an old school song? Is there like an old school song you can give us a verse of? You know, that old school flavor?
Yeah, I got something for you.
Okay, just not nothing long. But look, this little old school thing. Y'all, this is okay. This my moment now. Okay.
Baby, I'm hot just like your loving. Need your loving. And baby, I can't hold it much longer. It's getting stronger and stronger. When I get that feeling, I want sexual healing. Sexual healing. Oh, baby, it makes me feel so fine. Hey, helps to relieve my mind. Woo! Sexual healing, baby, is good for me. Sexual healing is something that's good for me.
Yes. Yeah, do you hear that voice? Inspire. Do you hear that voice? Oh man, dude, it's a little Michael Jackson up in there, little bit of little Usher up in there. Oh man, oh Jawan, goodness. Thank you.
Thank you, bro.
That boy can sing, y'all. That boy can sing. You heard his story. You heard his nuggets. You heard the voice. You felt the vibe. The therapy of the music, not just for himself, you know, but for everybody else who's, listen, man, you are absolutely awesome. I got to get my CDs, my posters, my whatever. I gotta let everybody know I'm a fan. You gotta get shirts, whatever you want us to wear on here, so I can, your merch, I can promote it for you. Just get it on over here.
Got you. I got you.
Get it here. And that particular episode, every other episode, I'll be talking to somebody else, but I'm like, oh yeah, and I'm wearing Juwan. Thank you. Thank you for your life. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your talent. Thank you for this new bond. Thank you for just being the positive vibe that we need today. That we need today. If it's not serving you well, if it's not helping you with happiness or healthiness, then just keep it away so that you can keep all of this preserved. Yeah, do what you got to do to preserve all this, because this is good. So just preserve it. That's
okay.
all I'm saying. Okay, we out. We good. Be good. Appreciate you.
Hey,
appreciate you, man.
Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. Awesome. Awesome, man.